What's up, everybody, and welcome back to AG Comics. This is the comic book haul number 10, I want to say. Dang, already heading into double digits. It's pretty crazy. So, without further ado, this is a big haul this week. Unlike the last two videos, it seems like the last few weeks of the month are more where I definitely purchased a lot more books. So, that being said, we got one that was, I think, came out a few weeks ago, but it's my first ever facsimile of Action Comics number 1. I obviously made a little bit of how do you say, a short, my first short here on the series talking about it, so you can check those out on the shorts section. I'm going to be making those from time to time, so keep posted on that. But yeah, with Action Comics number 1, had to get my hands on it and actually read it. I've never read it. I mean, obviously I know about it, but haven't read it before, so had to definitely pick that one up. Next up, the one that really delayed this video the longest here was actually Night Terrors number 4. Reason being is there was a shipping issue for my LCS. So this book in particular and ASM, which will be coming up in the video. Obviously, jumping a little bit about Night Terrors, this is the last issue before the Omega issue, which is the wrap-up. I know a lot of guys and girls are definitely excited that this is coming to an end for these long 2 months. So we could roll with the Dawn of DC stuff, but honestly, I think the main title has been great. So if you're not reading I mean, it's only like, what, 5 issues in total, or 6 issues, being next week's one or 2 weeks from now. So I definitely would check it out, because honestly, like, the main story's been pretty good. I've liked it. I really am not hating it on too much, that's for sure. So let me know what you guys think about this one. This book, I just actually read it too. I just picked it up today and I read it today because I'm going to be doing a read and review. If you guys know what that is on my channel, I read the books, review them, so that way you don't have to go through if you're second guessing on what comics to buy. It's a good place to start if you want to do either ongoing series, but this is one for the events that I'm definitely doing. So go hit the subscribe button and look out for those. Next up, we have Creed number 3 by Boom Studios. The first two have been awesome. Again, like I've always said with this book, is I'm kind of biased because I do love the Rocky franchise / the Creed franchise. Love it. So, of course, and actually this book, boxing translates really well. Really well to comics. Just a heads up for that one. I'm excited, though, about number 3 for sure. This one was more of a speculation pickup for me. Not speculation in terms of I think this book's going to be worth something, but speculation on maybe I'll like it. And this is just about the Penguin. I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. Classic, iconic Batman villain, so I'm pretty pumped to read about this and see why he's getting his own one-off here. I don't know if this is an ongoing, but nonetheless, I thought it was cool, and I actually really like the cover with the the fish oil water here. Like, I think it's just kind of funny how it all blends in together. Next one up is the two that if you stick with my videos, especially the haul videos, you know that last week my LCS didn't have Something Epic number 4, and the next book that's up in line, but I did read this one so far. And yeah, I'm really liking where the story is going. I think that the connecting of the universe, or the showing of this universe, is kind of cool, and where this series is going to go. Let me know if you guys are still rocking with this title. I know this is on 4, and there's a lot of dialogue for sure. You know, it feels slow moving in that sense, but I am really digging this series still. Still liking this series. So let me know if you guys are still about it. Next up is the finale of Groot. This has been a mini-series that's been going on for the last 4 months. It's just a little mini-series that I started reading and I just wanted to finish. There's only 4 issues, and this was also one that came out last week that my LCS I don't even think they picked it up, because this book has not been selling, I think. So if you're reading this, I mean, and you finish to the end like I did, you'll probably be like, oh yeah, it wasn't bad, but it's definitely nothing to write home about, but it was a cool little story, so I was glad to pick it up. Then, what delayed this video was they also didn't have ASM number 926 or 32. This is also another video or another series on my channel where I do read and reviews, and this one looks like it's going to be awesome. Like, I am pumped up about this book. Mainly because, like, Kraven the Hunter is going to be back in this book. It looks like it's going to be the Goblin Queen, I'm guessing. And then this is definitely, I believe, the first, or not the first, but this is like the prelude until Gang War, right? The Marvel event that's coming up. But I'm hoping that this is a lot better than, 925 was, because 925, in my opinion, wasn't really worth the $10 other than the continuation of where things are going to be leading up. But it's cool to see that, we're going to get all of the, villains coming into play here, and that's going to be like a really cool aspect of leading into Gang Wars. Also, I think this cover is pretty sick. For cover A, this is a pretty cool cover. I don't know why I like this cover so much, but I definitely do. But anyway, nonetheless, The Amazing Spider-Man number 32, Legacy number 926. If you guys didn't know, like I said, with the Night Terrors videos, I do that read and review, so definitely check it out on my channel. You could always hit that like and subscribe button. By the way, that's pretty dope that all these people, I say all these people, but all, people who are watching, like, thank you guys so much. Just a quick shout out to you guys, because, this is something that's, like, I'm getting into, like, just like how much I like doing these videos, and it's cool to see that you guys like them as well. But yeah, so anyway, let's move on before I get all sentimental. Next up is probably, before I put it down, probably one of the best series that I am reading right now, I would say, and this is Tenement number 3. They, heads up, really quick, spoilers. Where we left off on 2 is they're basically into this new dimension of, like, hell or whatever it might be. So I can't wait to see what this is about. Jeff Lemire is just knocking it out of the park, like absolutely destroying it with these books. This series has been so good. Like, if you're not reading this series and you like horror, you're crazy, because this series is awesome. I haven't ran into too many people who said that they haven't liked these books so far, this series. And Jeff Lemire, man, he just knows horror so well. And by the way, this is a cool cover. I really like the cover. It's all like these indigo blotch paintings. I forgot what those are called, but where you're supposed to make out images in it, and it's just like kind of cool. It's, again, what Tenement's about. It's about these group of people living in this apartment complex. Someone dies. There's a lot of creepiness that's going on throughout the building. It's really built. The first 2 issues were really built up as like suspense horror of like what's gonna happen, and all of a sudden, spoilers, at the end of 2, they find out that they can't leave the apartment. And they look outside the windows of the apartment, and then it's been like transported to hell, which is a pretty interesting concept. Next up is a very, very super duper, really crazy, underrated series. All right, this is the Invincible Iron Man number 9, or Legacy number 659. This series has been awesome. I started reading at, I want to say, number 6, and yeah, if you're not reading this series, I highly recommend it, especially if you're an Iron Man fan. I know that their last issue was really tying in with the Fall of X. Obviously, the Centennial bots that are coming from Stark Industries, right, are kind of obviously playing this huge role into the Fall of X. I've been getting into the Fall of X, just kind of reading it casually, not really covering it on this channel. But obviously this is kind of a tie-in, but also I think could act as its own for sure. Because if you've been reading up until the Fall of X with this book, it just adds on to it. Next up, we have number 2 of 5 of Big Game by Mark Millar. And yeah, this is kind of like Mark Millar's universe here, and all of his characters kind of becoming their own, like, across-the-board universe, which is pretty cool. I'm not 100% involved necessarily with like every one of Mark Millar's creations, so it's kind of cool learning about them. There's a lot that I don't know, so I'm going to keep that as brief as possible, just saying that, but it's been a great book thus far, for sure. And the characters I do know and I'm very familiar with, it's been really cool. So, last up for this comic book haul, Deadpool number 10. This cover is pretty wild here. This title has been pretty good. I don't know if I'm liking this one more than Bad or Blood. It's kind of a toss-up for me. It really is a toss-up. So, you know, that's all I got to really say. It's pretty good. I don't think it's the best thing. It's a regular Deadpool book. It is definitely... I guess this one is also going to be partially with the Fall of X, so sure, that's going to be fun to check out. So, with that being said, thank you guys for rocking with these videos, and the new subscribers, what's up? I definitely see that you guys are subscribing. Leave a comment below of books you picked up. I know there's a lot of books I just went over. But yeah, no. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.